Thanks, everyone, for joining 2K Sports for this Wednesday evening presentation of the NBA. Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Halliburton and Nembhard make up the backcourt. Nesmith and Siakam are the forwards. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Boston, at the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White, and it's Vucevic in at the 5. Well, Clark, we've got two teams here that have serious depth. They don't need to rely solely on their starters.
You're exactly right. That's a value-added luxury that's actually becoming more and more prevalent. It also makes each team a little more unpredictable offensively. When you've got that kind of versatility and depth, anybody can step up on any given night.
Here's Tatum. After the basket by Indiana. To the paint. Here's Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Working to get the high percentage bucket. Nicely done that time by Brown.
Tatum against Siakam. Halliburton outside. From the arc. Drops in the 3. Halliburton's got 5 points.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside, Brown. From behind the arc. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Here's Indiana. It's a 3-point game. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
Now here's Siakam. His last outing, he had 24 points. Halliburton outside. The 3-ball. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Zubac dominating on the offensive glass and getting one of his own there.
The Celtics have gone 1 for 3 so far. You know, Clark, despite winning 3 championships prior to the NBA days, the Pacers are still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times in the history of the NBA, 2000 and 2025. They've had some really great teams over the years in the 90s and 2010s, and they came close last year, and I think they'll continue to knock and one day kick that door in.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla, and we talked about the growth of Tyrese Halliburton as a player. Coach's eyes lit up, saying, I'm in awe of the steps that he's made. The vision and the scoring was always there, but now the decision-making has gone to another level. It makes life harder playing against him, but as a fan of the league, you love to see it. Everyone is a fan. Brian, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Celtics trail by 9. On the wing, Tatum, defended by Halliburton. Brown with a screen. There's Tatum with the 3. The rebound by Nesmith.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
3-pointer, Halliburton. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Big group substitution here for Indiana. Huff's checked in for Zubac. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. Walker, he's checked in for Nesmith. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Nembhard. And Brown has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Down by 12. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Brown draws the double. Pass to Gonzalez. To the inside. Hauser passes to Vucevic. The kick to Tatum. Clock is at 3. Let's go with a 3. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
What composure from Tatum. As the clock runs down, he stays calm and seeks out a shot.
McConnell outside. Here's Huff. Oh, and makes it with the
Come
kiss.
on.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now here's Tatum. 9 points for him in his last
All
game.
right.
Nails it from 3.
Really smooth release from Tatum on that 3. Makes that shot look effortless.
Toppin outside. The 3. Boston with a rebound. They went to Indianapolis for their last meeting with the Pacers. Came out with a victory.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Boy, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Toppin, a screen on Brown. Pass to Toppin. Fires the 3. Knocks down the long J.
Nice bounce pass. That's just good fundamental basketball.
And so it's Indiana closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pacers.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
They've got Peyton Pritchard, and it's Shireman in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. Pass to Keita. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
And here's Indiana now, following the bucket by Boston. Siakam, left side. Strong bucket by Siakam.
Inside Siakam gets the better of the defense using his agility, clearing himself a path to a shot.
Pritchard surviving the D. And one thing about this game, Grant, on any given night, you can see an upset.
Yeah, I mean, BA, it just shows how hard it is to be consistent night in and night out. Every team in the league has quality players, so if you're off your game even just a little, that could be enough to lose it for you.
Boy, McConnell is slippery and sly with that orange. I mean, catching the defense by surprise with that move. Always keeps that dribble alive, which makes him dangerous.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Boston making a switch here. White's checked in. Shepard, he's checked in for Indiana. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
ABA. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said, JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. guys.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Here's McConnell following the three by Boston. No good off the back of the rim. Celtics trail by 6. You know, looking at T.J. McConnell's start in the NBA, is it fair to say his days during the process era of the Sixers helped him, Clark?
I don't think there's any question, but I think PJ came to the game with an edge. I watched him play in high school and couldn't take my eyes off of him because he just made plays, whether it was stealing the ball, pressuring the ball, driving and creating for teammates. I mean, he plays with such confidence and energy and tenacity. He's a valuable player to have in your second unit.
And that one drops.
Score in the NBA, picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. Zubats, he's checked in for Toppin. Neesmith comes in for Walker. Nembhard, he's checked in for Shepard. And Halliburton is subbed in for McConnell. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Neesmith passes to Halliburton. Pass to Zubats. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Zubats is a towering presence inside and uses that size and strength well to convert through contact.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jason Tatum comes in for Hauser, and it's Jaylen Brown in for Pritchard. The free throw drops from Zubats. Well, we always hear about the rookie wall, Graham, but some players seem to claim it's a myth.
Well, you know, B.A., I think it's real for most first-year players. Adjusting to the length and intensity of an NBA season can be exhausting, but some guys will be able to break through that wall.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
And that one's good. Nembhard's gotten his second bucket.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Brown against Halliburton with the fadeaway. The Pacers pull it in. Zubats has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Neesmith. Pass to Halliburton. Off the mark there with a 3. Celtics trail by 4. We've got 1:13 left in the second period. Tatum, nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Tatum's got 4 points in the quarter. Indiana has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Outside Neesmith. It's good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
It's Brown on the wing. There's a screen over Nembhard. Brown can't hit. Pacers leading by 4. The drive by Nembhard takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
I love whenever Nembhard goes into attack mode, slicing to the rim assertively there.
Tatum looking it over. Misses a 3. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
Well, Nembhard can definitely make you pay from the mid-range. The defense has to be better.
Outside Tatum. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Indiana finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. A hot start. Coach, what did you like about this team's execution offensively?
We were making some shots. We moved the ball well at times. We've got to be careful about having the ball stick when they're doing their switching.
Good luck with the ball movement in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Boston Celtics.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
And look at the Nets matchup. They've had the better season, but this game feels close.
More than a few analysts have predicted an upset here. I'm going the other way. I think they take care of business. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Celtics trail by 8. Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. Halliburton and Nembhard make up the backcourt. Nesmith and Siakam are the forwards. And it's Zubats in at the center position. On target from range.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Siakam.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
Outside Tatum. Brown, a screen on Siakam. Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Oh, Pascal Siakam flying high.
Well, I'll tell you what, Siakam going to the rim is like a moth going to the flame. You can't keep them away.
Tatum with a screen. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Siakam pulls down the board. Pacers leading by 4. Nembhard for 3. Doesn't drop. He's 4 for 5.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Inside. Deflects the pass. Outside Tatum. Brown, a screen on Halliburton. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. Brown, no good.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Back to Halliburton. Pritchard against Nembhard. Halliburton for 3. Oh, you got to guard Halliburton from there.
A true marksman from behind the arc. Halliburton has that light always on green.
One thing about Andrew Nembhard, you appreciate the passion he plays with, Clark.
Yeah, I love his toughness. I mean, he just is unflappable. He's persistent at the defensive end, plays at his own pace, unafraid of the big moments, makes big plays and shots. I mean, you can see and feel his fire, even though he's not overly demonstrative in how he does what he does.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And as we continue through January, here are the latest power rankings. Taking a look at Dallas, they pulled themselves up to the second place spot.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they are about average. When we get to this point of the season, right in the middle, your ranking is just who you are.
Up top, Siakam. The open shot, Halliburton. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Halliburton's got 5 points in the quarter.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Now here's Halliburton. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Here's Brown. Not going to go that time. Oh, nice D from Neesmith.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
Good on the shot.
What a nice move by Siakam. A much improved ball handler, especially for a forward. He's making it happen right there.
White
Oh,
can't hit.
come on.
Pacers leading by 6. Nembhard for 3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. He's checked in for Boston. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Huff's checked in for Zubats. Toppin comes in for Siakam. Walker, he's checked in for Neesmith. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Nembhard. Here's Pritchard. He's got 7. A minute 15 left in the third quarter. Hauser right side. Outside Tatum. It's Tatum working inside.
He's had an amazing quarter, and they're still trailing. Hard to believe that.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. The rebound, Celtics.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Walker with a steal. Up top, Toppin. McConnell against Pritchard. Back to Toppin. This one for 3. And it's Jason Tatum with the rebound. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. It's stolen away.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Count it. Good. Halliburton's got 15 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. We're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And so it's Indiana with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Then it's Sam Hauser, and it's Queta in at the 5. That's the Boston 5.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Well, now they're demoralized, guys. A careless play to turn it over and then slow to get back on defense.
White looking it over. Queta gets the bucket.
Boy, White doing a nice job that time, working around the defense and finding the open man.
And here's McConnell. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Pass to Siakam. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
White, the pass to Brown. Back to White. Clock at 6. They set the screen. Puts up a 3. Walker pulls down the board.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Brown against Siakam. Wing shot on the way. Garza grabs the board. Celtics trail by 13. Now here's White. Down low. Tipped. Garza's shot is good.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Boston with some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Queta. Jason Tatum comes in for Garza. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Hauser. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Zubats, he's checked in for Toppin. Neesmith comes in for Walker. Nembhard, he's checked in for Furphy. And Tyrese Halliburton subbed in for McConnell. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. He said, quote, "This one isn't over. Those guys will come roaring back. We have to be ready. If something doesn't go our way, don't dwell, just move on to the next play." Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Brown, a screen on Siakam. Tatum. Oh, Tatum's triple is pure.
Boy, the points really accumulating from three-point range. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he seems to only be getting better.
Now here's Neesmith, defended by Brown. Halliburton. Oh, missed on the tray. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 10. Tatum with a screen. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
For Indiana, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Off on the layup.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Halliburton. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
Halliburton was hungry for that hoop, taking the ball right to the rack and drawing the foul.
Throw good. Halliburton. Celtics trail by 11. Outside White. It's good! What a J! The Pacers have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Outside Siakam. Halliburton against Pritchard. Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
A little contact is not going to deter Zubats. I mean, he's a powerhouse in the post.
Halliburton against Pritchard. Oh, no good on the layup. Indiana leading by 11.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Pacers.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And so with this win, they'll end this season series dead even at 2 wins apiece.
Fitting that it ends 2-2 because it's been a really good battle between these teams this year.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Tyrese Halliburton.
We look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
So it's Boston now. 11-point game. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Fires the 3. The putback. And he grabs the board and finishes it off. Indiana wins it. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal Siakam. The shots were falling for you tonight. How'd you like the flow offensively?
I like it. You know, we play for each other like we always do. Move the ball around, get the open shots. And today, they went in, so we got to continue to play.
It's helpful when it goes in. Thanks so much, Pascal.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.
PlayStation